The first shot rang out, a bullet striking a steel target with a deafening clang that echoed across the valley. The sound was sharp, deliberate, unstoppable. Rifles stood in a neat row along the boundary between my ranch and the HOA-controlled land next door. I didn't speak. I just fired again. Bang! The next shot obliterated a soda can someone had chucked over my fence the day before. HOA President Linda, everyone called her that, with a sneer, was standing just beyond the property line, her jaw slack, gripping a clipboard like it was her lifeline. "You can't do this!" she shrieked, stomping her foot into the parched dirt like a child mid-meltdown. "You're ruining our peace!" I slid off my ear protection, strolled to the painted boundary, and pointed at the sign I'd hammered into the ground that morning: private property. Live fire zone. Trespassers will face the sheriff. Linda gasped. Her posse of 6 HOA board members, all in matching khaki polos, shuffled back. One dropped his latte. Another fumbled for his phone to record. That's when the sheriff's cruiser rolled up, tires crunching gravel, dust swirling. Deputy Tom stepped out, eyed my setup, then gave me a nod like we'd fought in the same trenches. "All in order," he said, tipping his sunglasses. Linda's face fell further. "He's running a gun range right next to our homes." Deputy Tom fixed her with a stare as dry as the desert. "Ma'am, you cut off his road access. You tampered with his water. You parked the HOA trucks to block his gate. He's legal. You're not." Her face went ghost white. I smirked, but they didn't know the half of it, the truth about the land, my late grandpa's secret deal, and why I built the range exactly there. Before I could say more, a gust scattered a paper target, revealing a fresh dug hole. Not my doing. I stepped closer and froze. Something metal glinted in the dirt. 6 months earlier, I'd inherited Grandpa's ranch, 100 acres of rugged, free land outside Mesa, Arizona. He called it Liberty's Heart, a place with no HOA, no rules, just history. I was a Marine vet, fresh out of service, lost in civilian life. When Grandpa's lawyer handed me the deed, I left Colorado for the desert. At first, it was paradise: quiet dawns, long hikes with my dogs, Rex and Scout, and a cabin I fixed up with solar power. Then the HOA from Sunny Hills Estates next door decided my ranch was lowering their property values. It started small, notes demanding I trim weeds, HOA busybodies parking on my road to inspect. One woman even complained that my cabin's color clashed with their palette. I told her she didn't own my land. But it escalated. I crouched by the range, brushing dirt off a rusted box. The air felt charged, like before a storm. Linda stood across the line, pale, silent, staring at the box. "You okay, Linda?" I asked. She didn't answer, just turned and marched off, her crew trailing, whispering, glancing back. Deputy Tom sidled up. "Think she knows what's in there?" I shook my head. She looked spooked. I left the box for now, needing a padlock and tools. It was old, the kind Grandpa would have buried with intent. I expanded the range, added safety barriers, and posted a new sign: Veteran Training Grounds. Invite only. Word spread fast. Vets showed up, Marines, a retired cop with a food truck, even locals bringing their kids. It felt like family. That's when Linda lost it. I found 3 HOA, no trespassing, signs nailed to my fence a week later. Rex and Scout had shredded one. Good boys. Then came letters from Sunny Hills, claiming I was running an illegal business, threatening fines, lawsuits, even demanding my dogs be leashed on my land. I didn't reply. Instead, I got louder. I hosted a range safety course. Dozens attended, from teens to grandparents. It was legal, safe, and loud enough to rattle Sunny Hills all day. That night, I opened the box. Inside, a leather folder, a faded map, and a letter in Grandpa's scrawl. "If you're reading this, the HOAs is pushed too far. Don't let them win. The map shows the 1962 easement. My signature's on file." They don't own what they think. The folder held deeds, surveys, and a bombshell. The HOA's clubhouse sat partly on my land. Linda wasn't scared of the range, she feared what I'd uncover. I took the documents to Deputy Tom. He whistled. This is legit. The HOA's trespassing. I haven't acted yet. I needed proof they knew. Then a slick lawyer, James Holt, rolled up in a black SUV, offering $50,000 for my borderland. I laughed. Double it, and I'll consider a fence. His smile faded. He knew I knew. That night, my water tank was smashed, thousands of gallons lost. Tire tracks led to the road. This wasn't harassment. It was war. Fists clenched, I stood over the wreckage. Rex growled, Scout barked. I called Deputy Tom. They hit my tank. He arrived, flashlight in hand. Deliberate, he muttered. I arranged temporary water deliveries through a back trail the HOA couldn't block. At the county office, I showed Clerk Sarah my documents. She nodded. If this checks out, they've been trespassing for years. I asked her to keep it quiet. Then a drone buzzed over the range. That sniper Carlos spotted it. Recon model. They're watching. We jammed it legally, sent it back with a note. Filming vets is a federal violation. Next time, FBI. I installed silent cameras. The HOA struck again with a law firm letter claiming my range violated environmental codes. But the county confirmed my land extended into their trail and clubhouse. I faxed proof to their lawyers and told Linda to remove the HOA fixtures or face court. Then I saw flames. Someone had torched my woodpile. Firefighters found a gas can labeled Sunny Hills HOA Shed Number 2. Arson. I handed it to Deputy Tom. They're desperate, he said. I called reporter Emma Klein. She filmed the damage, the can, and her documents. The story aired. Bet says HOA tried to burn him out? It went viral. Comments raged. HOA bullies! Join his range! Linda's board panicked. James Holt offered $200,000 to settle. I refused. That night, 4 SUVs with no plates parked near my land. Hooded men with crowbars crept toward the fence. I flipped on floodlights, dogs at my side. Private property! Leave or face the sheriff. They fled as Deputy Tom arrived. Cameras caught their faces. One was HOA board member Paul Reed. The news exploded. HOA caught trespassing on vet's land. Then the HOA sued, claiming my range caused emotional distress. They wanted it shut down. But I wasn't alone. Vets nationwide rallied. My lawyer, David Cole, a retired prosecutor, filed a counterclaim: harassment, arson, defamation. In court, the judge, a retired colonel, slammed the HOA. Deputy Tom, Carlos, and even Emma testified. Karen's social media rants against vets sealed her fate. The judge ruled for me. The range and land were mine. The HOA owed damages and an apology. The Sunny Hills board crumbled. Linda was ousted. Their clubhouse was demolished for encroaching on my land. I turned the ranch into the Carter Veteran Training Center, a hub for vets and locals with classes, a gym, and community events. I won the Arizona Veteran Impact Award. One night, Grandpa's cousin, Walt Carter, arrived with a journal of Grandpa's dreams for the land. Build something bigger, it read. The HOA tried to crush me. Instead, they sparked a movement. The ranch is now a beacon of freedom, and we're just beginning. What do you think? Was I right to push back so hard, or did I escalate too far? Share your thoughts below. Let's debate how far you'd go to protect what's yours.